You know, we really shouldn't go chasing waterfalls. Huh. Hola. Hola. But where's the H? Where's the H? Plock. Keith. Yeah, I've been listening to more TLC. You seen this? I know. Where's the H? Where's the H? You know what? You're right. There's only one thing to do. We need to go to Portugal.
Live from Badger High School, it's IWS Today!
It's IWS Today! With Mr. Kiefer! And starring Mr. Clock! Ladies and gentlemen, it's IWS Today! Now your hosts, Mr. Kiefer and Mr. Clock!
Good morning and happy Friday. Welcome to today's show. I'm Mr. Kiefer.
And I'm Mr. Plock, and this is IWS Today.
Today we're reporting from Lisbon, Portugal, where we'll be talking a little bit about their history,
Current events,
culture,
and some fun facts.
so get your sea legs on because you'll need your knees. We're learning about the Portuguese. Today in little known history, we're outside the roaring waters of the port of Lisbon, Portugal, and we're talking a little bit about Bartholomew Diaz. Now, Bartholomew Diaz, we've talked about him in class. He is known for being the first European to sail around the southern tip of Africa, called the Cape of Good Hope. Now, this was huge because it allowed Europeans to trade with Asia and India by water instead of land, which was very time-consuming and very expensive. Let's check out some facts about Diaz's journey. Fact number 1 about Bartholomew. When he was first chosen to lead the expedition to India, that was not his only goal. The King of Portugal also wanted to find a man named Prester John, this mythical Christian king of Ethiopia, with the hopes of establishing a friendship leading to more trade. Unfortunately, Bartholomew Diaz did not find this individual. Fact number 2. The expedition began in 1487 and lasted for 16 months until eventually Diaz and his crew was able to round the Cape of Good Hope. Now, on one occasion, a terrible storm blew the ships out of view of land for 13 days. At that point, starving, hungry, and tired, the crew convinced Diaz to turn around and head back to Portugal. Fact number 3. It was actually on the return journey home that Diaz and his crew saw the tip of Africa for the first time. Because of the storms, they had missed it on their first initial voyage. Now, Diaz named the Cape of Good Storms because of the weather. However, the Portuguese king changed the name to the Cape of Good Hope, hoping that this route would then lead them to India. Portugal?
What's going on?
Portugal, a country with a rich history of seafaring and discovery, looks out from the Iberian Peninsula into the Atlantic Ocean.
When it handed over its last overseas territory, Macau, to Chinese administration in 1999, it brought an end to a long and sometimes turbulent era as a colonial power.
The roots of that era stretch way back until the 15th century, when Portuguese explorer Vasco da Gama created a passage to India. By the 16th century, these sailors had helped build a huge empire that embraced Brazil and swaths of Asia and Africa. There are still over 200 million Portuguese speakers in the world today.
For almost half of the 20th century, Portugal was a dictatorship in which for decades Antonio de Oliveira Salazar, no relation to Senora Salazar, was the key figure.
This period was brought to an end in 1974 in a bloodless coup, meaning an overthrow of the government, picturesquely known as the Revolution of the Carnations, which ushered in a new democracy. Now let's see what's going on with that culture guy.
Hola, I'm here in Portugal with all of its beauty. Smell that? That's the salt coming off the ocean. Now in Portugal, clothing is very important. The Portuguese believe clothes indicate your social standing and success. They try to buy and wear the best standard that they can afford. However, Portugal is not very diverse at all. It has a single religion, Roman Catholicism, which is 94% of the population, and a single language, Portuguese. All right, let's test your knowledge. It's trivia time. Which of the following Latin American countries speaks Portuguese? Is it A, Chile, B, Argentina, C, Mexico, or D, Brazil? The answer is D, Brazil. Brazil, a former colony of Portugal, is the only Portuguese-speaking country in the Americas. Now, one of the most important ceremonies in rural households is the annual killing and preserving of the pig. This event occurs in late December or January and usually takes 2 days, since it involves making sausage, smoking ham, and salting several other parts of the pigs, including the belly. The Portuguese have very good manners. Anytime people are meeting together in any sort of formal setting, they will display an extreme form of politeness. Now, if you were invited to a Portuguese home for dinner, bring flowers, good quality chocolates, or candy to the hostess. However, do not give 13 flowers. The number is considered very unlucky.
Portuguese is the official language of 9 different countries, with over 236 million speakers throughout the world. Those countries include Portugal, Brazil, Cape Verde, Angola, Guinea-Bissau, Mozambique, Principe, Sao Tome, and Equatorial Guinea.
No way!
Way!
Portugal is the oldest country in Europe. Portugal has had the same defined border since 1139, making it the oldest nation state in Europe.
No way!
Way!
Portugal has the longest bridge in all of Europe. The Vasco da Gama Bridge, named after the navigator, in Lisbon is 10.5 miles long. For those of you keeping score at home, that would be 17 kilometers, making it the longest in Europe.
No way.
Way!
Portugal is one of the world's top surf spots. Portugal has a coastline that spans 497 miles, or 800 kilometers, obviously, and it's known to have 364 days of surf.
No way! Now let's go live back to the classroom, room 133, the classroom of champions, to Mr. Plock for IWS Now. Thank you for watching today's program. We'll see you next Friday.